now. It's just hardly moving.
Francis, I've got one tip here that's coming on the text. It's saying to people, do not rest on the slopes, because that's when you can easily lose control of your car after a while, and at that point, it's very difficult trying to regain control. So if you're trying to get out of a car park, just stay on an even surface. Don't go and wait on the slopes. Francis, all the best. Mike's on the A30. Hi, Mike.
Hi.
EU laws and snow tyres. We've had lots of callers from people saying that snow tyres should be mandatory in this country, should be part of law. Would you agree with that?
I think it's difficult because there's only, we don't have snow for that many days, or maybe we will this year, but obviously in other countries, in Scandinavia, in Germany, Austria, they get snow for months at a time. So their roads are worse than our roads in snow times, and yet their cars are driving along quite normally.
But we seem to be seeing an emerging trend here, definitely the last 2 years, really some would argue the last 3 years. Winters have become deeper and colder, and some would say, look at the chaos, listen to LBC 97.3, that alone is a comprehensive argument for people having snow tyres.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of unhappy people that are trying to travel at the moment. And again, but if you have a set of snow tyres in the garage, there's a lot of expense, and you've got to have spare wheels as well, you've got to change them over. But it will be a lot safer for people to do that, but if people want to spend that sort of money just for a few days a year.
Good point. Mike, all the best. Mike on the A30, 08456060973. You can text 84850. Nick's here at lbc.co.uk. We are on Snow Watch, so we're asking you for your stories. What can you see on the ground? If you're stuck in traffic at the moment, where are you? Because through your conversation we can try and put together a picture of how bad it is on certain networks across the capital at the moment. Ian Payne's going to be with you at 2:30 this afternoon talking football. Lots of games are being called off at the moment. If you are planning on attending a football match, I would check before you go, because a number of fixtures for London clubs have been cancelled this weekend. I'll give you more details on that in a wee while. 08456060973 to join us. 2:16. Let's get a full update on the roads. Ross Powell. Thank you, Nick. Good afternoon. Yes, heavy snow causing severe problems across London on roads, tubes, trains and at the airports. We'll start with the roads. Heavy snow causing hazardous driving conditions across much of the network. The M25 is blocked clockwise between junction 7 for the M23 and junction 8 at Reigate. At least 2 lorries there have jackknifed the stationary traffic on the approach there. It's also blocked clockwise between junction 16 for the M40 and junction 17 for Rickmansworth, where vehicles are really struggling to get up the hill there. M20 closed into town between junction 3 at the M26 and junction 2 at Ruton because of an accident there involving about 5 vehicles, so we're told. And the M4 has a lane blocked westbound at junction 2 for Brentford with a broken down car there, adding to the severe delays along that stretch. Onto the North Circular Road now. It's pretty much impassable between Henley's Corner and Golders Green through to the Colney Hatch interchange. Hardly any traffic seems to be getting through at all at the moment. The A3 also very slow northbound between the Watford bypass and Stirling Corner, and we're just being told the Limehouse Link Tunnel is also closed eastbound because of an accident there. There are some queues on the approach. Onto the tubes, the entire Bakerloo line suspended because of industrial action today. The Piccadilly line is suspended between Acton Town and Uxbridge because of a signal failure. The Metropolitan line is suspended between Harrow on the Hill and Uxbridge with severe delays on the rest of the line. Onto the District line, you'll find severe delays between Earls Court and Wimbledon because of emergency engineering works there, and the Jubilee line suspended northbound between Finchley Road and Stanmore. The Central line is also running with delays. Taking a look now at the overground trains, because of the poor weather, it's the First Great Western have delays of up to 50 minutes between Paddington and services going via Reading, Oxford and Swindon. The Chiltern Railway, there are delays of up to 30 minutes in and out of Marylebone. On the London Overground, there are severe delays between Euston and Watford Junction. The South Eastern, Southern and First Capital Connect routes are running with revised service today, and the Eurostar have delays of up to an hour out of St Pancras International. Moving on now to the airports, and the runway at Heathrow Airport and at Gatwick closed until around 3 p.m. at Gatwick and until around 4 o'clock at Heathrow, so we're told at the moment, so that snow can be cleared from the runway. LBC 97.3 travel, your next update in 15 minutes.
Nick Conrad's Young London.
Let me take you to Heathrow Airport. Darren's with us. Darren, you're stuck on a plane, aren't you?
I am. Good afternoon, Nick. How are you?
Afternoon, I'm fine, thank you. How long have you been on the plane?
We've currently sat here for about 4 hours.
4 hours?
Yes.
Okay.
I've only got through 118 really so far.
Darren, where are you flying to?
We're hoping to fly to New York.
Right. And when you turned up to the airport this morning, what were you told?
I had a text at 6 o'clock in the morning saying my plane was on time and the roads were all clear, and it sort of got to about 9:30 we were meant to board, and our plane was delayed, and we got on the plane and now we're just stuck here thick in snow.
When you got to the gate, did they try and board you as usual and then start making the announcements when you're on board the plane?
Well, yes, the only reason we boarded late was the plane was delayed coming from New York. It wasn't until we sat on the plane that Heathrow were sending out mixed messages via Twitter saying we're open as usual, nothing to worry about, and they closed the runway.
It's my understanding that if you are stuck in the terminal building for more than 2 hours after you should have boarded the plane, then that's when your compensation rights kick in, and that's why they're quite keen to get people onto the plane for various reasons, other reasons as well. But that's what I understand. I'm not quite sure that's 100% true, but that was what happened to me recently on a plane from Germany across to the UK, and that was the